The Black Death was a plague that affected Europe and Asia in the mid 1300s. The plague arrived in Europe in October of 1347, when 12 ships arrived from the Black Sea docked at a Sicilian port. When the ships arrived, most of the passengers were already dead, and those who were still alive were very close to their death. The symptoms of the Black Death were swelling of lymph nodes, and if it was left untreated, it could spread to the lungs or possibly into the blood. The disease was spread through the air or from bites of infected insects or eating infected animals. To cure it, they tried rubbing onions or herbs on the boils or cutting up a pigeon and rubbing it over the infected body. They also drank vinegar, ate crushed minerals, arsenic, and mercury. To drive out the fever, they tried sitting close to a fire or in the sewer, or also fumigating the house with herbs to purify the air. Not only did the plague kill those infected, it also destroyed the economies of the countries that had been affected. People locked themselves inside and shut out the world. Some even fled cities to only still be infected through the animals that they had brought with them. Due to lack of workers and the dangers of work, inflation set in on the countries that were infected. The prices of both goods produced locally and those that were imported skyrocketed. Workers became so scarce, a law was put into place that anyone healthy and unemployed must accept work when they were offered. After this, another law was put into place that if workers demanded a higher pay, that they would be sentenced to prison. And although workers were hard to find, the amount of land remained the same. The remaining workers had more land and more tools to be able to produce more goods. This means that they were able to be more productive. So from the landowners, they were paid more money because they had to produce more work and more goods. After the plague ended, workers were given better working environments and also better pay. This meant that people like peasants could now live a better life because they didn't have to rely on being given what they needed, that now that they could go and work, that they also could buy their own land, or they could move from their city that they were currently in to another city of better living standards. The plague killed an estimated 25 million people, and although it took a toll on the infected and nations as a whole, it helped boost the standards of the poor. Work was now more available and their wages were a lot higher. Today there are still cases of the disease, but now it is rarely treated with antibiotics and medicines.